I am honored to be here today to report on the state of the City of Bellevue. I want to start out by thanking you and all the citizens of Bellevue for allowing me the honor of serving as your mayor. It is clear to me that it is the people of our community that make Bellevue such a great place to live, work, and raise a family. The sense of civic responsibility and patriotism in Bellevue is very high, and it is why Bellevue is such a special place. I know this because I have been fortunate over the years to meet and get to know some wonderful citizens from our armed services that have served at Offutt Air Force Base. I hear from them often how much they love Bellevue, and many of them end up retiring here because of this community. As you might have read in the paper or hear on the nightly news, cities all over the country have been struggling with the economic downturn that has plagued our nation over the past couple of years. With this being said, I am proud to report that the City of Bellevue has taken some proactive steps over the last few years to ensure the financial stability of our city. These changes did not happen overnight and have not always been popular. I compliment the City Administrator, Dan Berlowitz, Finance Director Rich Severson, as well as the members of the Bellevue City Council for their efforts. I can also tell you that all of the city directors and their staff have been proactive in taking measures to make sure that the citizens of Bellevue are getting the most of their tax dollars. I have asked our directors to put together a brief report on some of the activities and projects that they have been working on over the past few months, and you will hear from each of them during this program.
Hello, my name is Dan Berlowitz, and I serve as the City Administrator for the City of Bellevue. In the 4+ years that I have been in Bellevue, it is clear to me that it is the people of our community that make Bellevue such a great place to live, work, and raise a family. The sense of civic responsibility and patriotism in Bellevue is very high, and is why Bellevue is such a special place. It is our job, though, as city leaders to continue to pursue projects and opportunities that will enhance the lifestyle of our residents. We have a lot of these sorts of opportunities that are being planned for or currently in development, and you will hear about many of these from our department directors as the State of the City program continues. Now, though, I'd like to take a few moments to talk about one of the biggest projects that is being built in Bellevue right now, which I feel will have the opportunity to benefit our community for generations. In August of 2013, I and a group of other city officials joined with the Bellevue City Council and President of the Bellevue Chamber of Commerce to take a trip south to Manhattan, Kansas, to tour a hotel and convention center. We had a vision, and we went on the road to find an example of a facility that would help a growing need in our community. The city and the Bellevue Chamber of Commerce have worked diligently together to address a significant community need for a modern, appropriately sized meeting and events facility paired with a high-quality hotel where our community members can congregate for a variety of business, community, and individual activities. After touring similar facilities and months of negotiations and hard work between the City of Bellevue, the Bellevue Chamber of Commerce, Kenseth Hospitality, and the project developers, Twin Creek Development, this vision is now close to a reality. If you've had the opportunity to drive near the Twin Creek area of Bellevue, which is north of the 36th Street and Highway 370 intersection, you can see the daily progress that is being made. Once completed, the Bellevue Conference Center will be able to seat up to 800 people in the main ballroom. The 25,000 square foot area will be able to be separated to serve several smaller meetings and receptions at once, and will have modern audio-visual equipment available. The conference center will be attached also to a 122-room Courtyard by Marriott Hotel, which combined will give Bellevue one of the premier meeting and reception areas in the region. This project is a great example of a public-private partnership benefiting a community. The city has budgeted $8 million for the development of the Conference and Event Center, with the project cost being financed by a $1,125,000 grant that the city submitted and successfully received from the Nebraska Department of Economic Development, and a bond issue that will be paid off by the anticipated increase in revenue from sales tax, property tax, and lodging tax that the facility will bring. This one-of-a-kind regional community meeting facility with convenient, high-quality lodging has the potential to create significant commercial synergies with businesses in the Twin Creek Village as well as other areas of Bellevue. In addition, the project will be of great value to the various military commands located at Offutt Air Force Base by serving their needs for modern meeting space in close proximity to Offutt. We are highly excited that this project is moving along slightly ahead of schedule. The Bellevue Conference Center, in fact, is already booking events for August of 2016. And if the weather cooperates, hopefully we will be open even sooner. This is just one example of the many great projects and activities happening in Bellevue. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Sanders, the Bellevue City Council, and all of the City of Bellevue employees that work hard on a daily basis to provide our citizens a high level of city services and projects while maintaining an efficiency that helps keep the City of Bellevue fiscally sustainable.
Hello, I'm Larry Burks, the Assistant City Administrator for the City of Bellevue. In addition to administrative duties for the city, I work primarily on economic development. And I am pleased to report that the Bellevue, Nebraska Economic Development Program, or LB 840 program, was in full effect as of October 1, 2015. The purpose of the LB 840 program is to encourage population growth, new industries, and investment in the community. Funds are offered to businesses in the form of low or 0% interest loans and performance-based forgivable loans such as grants. These grants are based upon creation of new jobs and investment in Bellevue. To start, the Bellevue City Council has budgeted $450,000 over the next 2 years to use as development incentives, and businesses must provide matching funds for a project. Eligible activities designed to attract new and existing business and industry development to Bellevue include land purchase options, infrastructure to new or existing businesses and industry, site improvements or site acquisition, construction for new or existing business or industries, and any other activities allowed by Nebraska state statute. I anticipate the LB 840 program incentives will attract more visits from developers and site selectors. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the members of the LB 840 Citizen Advisory Committee. Their hard work and volunteerism has been critical to the successful implementation of the LB 840 program. The LB 840 Citizen Advisory Committee members are Sharon Hansen, Therese Haggerty, Barb O'Donnell, Neil Krause, and Dwight Aldinger. If you or someone you know would like more information regarding the economic development programs offered by the City of Bellevue, please go to bellevue.net/development for more information. Thank you, and we'll keep you posted.
Hi, I'm Jeff Roberts. I'm the Public Works Director and City Engineer for the City of Bellevue. I am here today on behalf of Mayor Sanders to give a brief update on the continued construction of American Heroes Park. Scheduled for next year is a half-mile trail which will circle the perimeter of the lake and be connected by a hard surface parking lot which is completely ADA accessible. The 10-acre lake has been stocked for the last few years, consisting of crappie, bass, and bullheads. What you're viewing here is the future site of a splash pad and playground. A new addition this fall is the Sanborn Grove in honor of Dave Sanborn, who was instrumental in establishing the Bellevue Tree Board. Every year, in honor of the victims of 9/11, there is a memorial that is held at American Heroes Park. What you're viewing is the outtake structure from the old Kramer Power Plant. UNO has incorporated this into their river monitoring station for educational purposes. And finally, we end our tour on the north end of the park at the Bellevue Nature Trail, where you can come down and take a nice walk along the river, check out some of Bellevue's history with the interpretive signs, and come on down in the next year and watch the progress, because there's a lot of great things going to happen at American Heroes Park.
Hello, I'm Julie Denville, Director of the Bellevue Public Library, and I want to share with you today some of the great things happening at your library. We recently completed a 3-year strategic plan as part of our process of accreditation with the Nebraska Library Commission. To do that, we held a town hall meeting and conducted a survey with you, the public, to get your input on library services. We want to thank you for participating in these. We We are happy to say that we are able to achieve one of our main customer service goals based on that public input. With the support of the City Council and City Administration, the library is again open on Sundays with hours from 1 to 5 p.m. Also, as part of our strategic plan, we are planning to increase our programming at the library. For example, in direct response to a suggestion at the town hall meeting, the library sought a way to be more involved in the community. In September, we hosted our first ever volunteer fair, offering a place for nonprofit organizations to come together with those seeking ways to volunteer. It was a great success. There is something for everyone at the library, from children's story times, puppet shows, Legos clubs, positive reading, and a new storytelling club, to game fests and random fandom sessions for teens, and to new computer classes, craft programs, and book clubs for adults. These are just a few of the many services and programs available to you at your library. It has been the library's privilege to serve the citizens of Bellevue for over 85 years. We will strive to continue that service and to help transform lives in our community.
Hi, I'm Rich Severson, City of Bellevue Finance Director and Treasurer. Along with my staff, we provide accounting, transaction processing, reporting, and information to management. The city just ended another fiscal year on September 30th. The city exited the year with $15.6 million of cash. Sounds like a lot, however, the city requires a certain level of cash to navigate through the year when cash flow may not be consistent or predictable. The city was favorable to the biennial budget expenditures by $10 million, mostly due to lower capital spending. In revenue, sales tax was $9.9 million. That is a year-over-year increase of about $273,000 or 2.8%. Property taxes collected from all sources were $19.6 million. The levy increased over that same period from 60 cents per hundred of valuation to 61 cents, or 1.7%. The city approved a biennial budget for the next 2 fiscal years with appropriated expenditures of $75 million in fiscal year 2016 and $74 million in fiscal year 2017, with no increase in property taxes. This budget will allow continuation of the high level of services that Bellevue residents have come to expect. This budget will fund debt service costs of $5 million in each of the next 2 years. The total outstanding debt as of September 30th was $46 million. Departmental expenditures are in line with inflation. We are funding economic development with $500,000. We are bringing the convention center to fruition, and it will be an exciting time for those who like the water. Funding to rebuild, reconstruct, renovate existing swimming pools is in the budget for about $5 million. And we're also augmenting water recreation with 2 additional splash pads that'll cost about $210,000 and have the option to add an aquatic center if the voters approve it. Valuations have not increased significantly since 2009. They've gone from $2.69 billion to $2.72 billion. That's a pretty small increase for those years. The city's valuation base needs to increase at a faster pace to keep up with wage inflation and general increases in the cost of goods and services. Although the city works hard at containing costs, the city is also committed to paying fair and comparable wages to its employees.
Hello, my name is Chris Shuchuk, and I am the Planning Director for the City of Bellevue. I am pleased to report that from my department's perspective, the state of the city is excellent. New residential development is at its highest level in recent years, with approximately 200 new single-family residential lots platted in the last year, and another 436 lots currently in the approval process. There is also a significant number of multifamily residential units currently under construction, 405 units in 3 different developments. With respect to commercial development, we currently have a number of projects under construction or in the approval process. In addition to the new hotel and conference center, construction is now underway for a new Pepper Jack's Grill restaurant, and a Family Dollar store is under review. On the horizon, we expect to see construction beginning in the spring on several projects at the northwest corner of Fort Crook and Cornhusker Roads. In addition to new commercial development, One of the most important factors in determining the health of a city is the number of existing businesses that are reinvesting in the community and expanding their current operations. Recently, Capehart Family Dental expanded and moved into a new building at Treguarren Town Center, and construction is currently underway for expansions at both Beardmore Subaru and Richmont Village. Both of these projects are major developments in the revitalization of the Fort Crook Road corridor. During the coming year, the Planning Department looks forward to continued residential and commercial growth and development in the city, which will result in an increased tax base and more housing and shopping choices for residents and visitors. For more information on any planning-related issue, please visit the city's website or feel free to contact the Planning Department at 402-293-3026. Thank you.
The fire department is in its 7th year of transition from an all-volunteer department to a full-time career department. The department currently employs 86 part-time firefighters, 31 full-time firefighters, and 7 civilian employees. Staffing shortages and high attrition rates continue to be major challenges for the command staff. To that end, the City Council approved the hiring of an additional 6 firefighters for the 2015-17 fiscal budget years, which will translate into 2 more firefighters on shift per day as soon as testing, hiring, and academy training are complete. We anticipate full-time firefighter testing to be completed within the next 3 months, with another 2 months of academy training to follow, which will place the new hires on shift in late March or early April, training weather permitting. Hiring for part-time firefighters will also run concurrent with the full-time hiring. A part-time hiring list is expected to be complete and in place sometime in late January or early February. Fire training also remains a challenge with the unique operational part-time full-time model that Bellevue incorporates, along with the high attrition rate we're experiencing. Budget constraints prevented the hiring of a full-time training officer being included in this budget cycle, but will continue to be a top priority for implementation as soon as those constraints are relieved. The strategic planning initiative of identifying potential ground for future fire station locations for the southern quarter of Bellevue is underway, with both Bellevue Fire and Papillion Fire exploring opportunities to potentially cost-share fire and EMS coverage for future building development. GIS response time mapping by Sarpy County IT has been completed, and we will be reviewing the data gathered collectively in the near future. Bellevue Fire is also in the process of developing a comprehensive, definitive building inspection program with implementation slotted for this spring. The department has continued to make strides in modernizing our EMS system. Since converting to electronic patient care reporting in August of 2010, the EMS Bureau is able to utilize data to drive EMS training specifically to the types of calls we encounter at any given time. Webinar training is utilized to efficiently and consistently deliver lecture content to all 4 stations simultaneously. The EMS protocols currently in place reflect the most progressive, research-based protocols in the entire region. Bellevue Fire's code save rate for the 2015 year alone is more than double the national average. Our department has been approached multiple times by other local agencies as well as the Regional Midlands Protocol Committee to share our protocols with other departments, something of which we are very proud of. Other areas of improvement include implementation of the Operative IQ Inventory System. Using this system, the EMS Bureau is able to employ just-in-time ordering for stocking inventory. Doing this type of ordering reduces waste due to expired medications and supplies, reducing costs. We also centralized our inventory location and ordering location to streamline the process. Bellevue Fire remains committed to providing the best possible service with the resources at hand during this difficult and trying time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Karen Jackson, Administrative Services Director with the City of Bellevue. The Administrative Services Department has 2 divisions, the Personnel Division and the Human Service Division. The Personnel Division provides administration of human resource policies and procedures, in addition to managing other primary functions that include recruitment, onboarding, labor relations, benefit administration, employee relations, training, position classification management, maintenance of personnel records, and ensuring compliance with federal, state, and local regulations. The City of Bellevue currently has approximately 382 full and part-time employees. All job postings can be viewed on the City of Bellevue's website. The Human Service Division provides two primary services to Bellevue residents. The first one is specialized transportation for senior citizens 60 years of age or older, or disabled residents with a doctor's certification of the disability who reside within the city limits of Bellevue. Eligible clients must pre-register and once approved for ridership can call ahead to make reservations, usually 48 hours in advance. It's a shared ride, door-to-door service, and all the vehicles are wheelchair lift equipped. There are boundary limits for our service. We will travel within Bellevue as well as designated areas in Omaha and Papillion. For more information, call the office at 402-293-3138. The Human Service Division also has a specialist on staff that works with individuals and families in need that reside in the Bellevue community. If a resident is in need of emergency assistance with food or financial aid, they can call the office to schedule an appointment to apply for assistance or receive a referral to the Bellevue Food Pantry. Our office works closely with the local Ministerial Association, Heartland Family Service, and the Eastern Nebraska Community Action Office to coordinate identifying resources to assist with emergency financial needs. Our staff also provides referrals to other organizations that the client may qualify for assistance with. I would like to take the opportunity to mention the upcoming annual Sarpy County Holiday Assistance Program that our office helps coordinate. This program is for low-income families who reside in Sarpy County that need help with providing new toys and gifts for children aged birth to 14 years old. Applications for assistance were taken in November. The toy distribution is scheduled for December 12th in Bellevue. If you're interested in either volunteering to assist with the distribution or donating to the program, please contact Amanda Parker in our office at 402-682-6602. Thank you.
There's been a lot of things that have gone on at the police department over this past year. Probably the most notable thing that's occurred is the fact that we moved from downtown, Washington Street, out of Old Town, and we moved up here to 1510 Wall Street. It's an enormous improvement for us to be in this facility, a facility that we're very grateful for and appreciative. Probably the most significant thing about it that's helped us is the efficiencies with our operation. Just day-to-day things that once were a little bit more challenging for us have become much smoother and easier. The move itself was quite the challenge to get everything moved. Property and evidence, for example, was a significant endeavor. But we got it all done, and we've been here for about a year. And so we've got things nestled down to the point that the bugs are ironed out, and we feel pretty good about what we got going on in the building. The second thing that's kind of been going on over this past year, and continues to go on, and will for a little bit, is the number of retirements we've had in the police department. Over the past year, we've had several of our individuals that have been here 25, 30, some 35 years have retired. And those individuals gave a great deal of service to this city, to this profession, our department, which we're grateful for that as well. But with their exit, there does leave a little bit of a void in experience because that's a lot of years. So we've been replacing those folks over the past year, and we'll continue to do that because it takes a great deal of time to train individuals, new officers, to get them performing at a level that meets our expectations and meets the public's expectations as well. So that will continue for some time. It's been going on for a year, and it will continue as well. Probably the last thing I would touch on is just in general, our profession nationally has been under siege nationally, if you will. And that's something that weighs on all of us here at the police department from time to time. But I would say that here, locally, the support that we have from the community, our businesses, our main stakeholders that we have here, our partners, has been outstanding. And very appreciative and very grateful to this community for that relationship that we have and the support that's been given to us. So with that, I just would end by saying thank you. We appreciate that. It's not taken for granted. And we look forward to serving another year.
Thank you for taking the time out of your schedule to watch the State of the City. We look forward to 2016, and thank you for all you do for our community.